Hello everybody, my name is Zelinator, and welcome back to Minecraft through the Android, as I turn on my split controls, because I was smart and made sure I had them off yesterday. As you can see by my diamond sword taking a massive amount of damage, you know what I've been doing? I've been taking out many of the pigs, chickens, and cows roaming about. You can look out there, there's not a lot left. Now look, the game is running better. Oop. So yeah, well, let's take a quick look around. You can see there are no longer animals absolutely all over the place. There's still a lot of sheep and stuff. But yeah, now the animal population has greatly decreased. So before we get started on getting back to work on all this cobblestone stuff, we're gonna pick up a little bit of wheat. I wanted to do this on camera. Howdy Shady, it is indeed Friday. Just like that song. Hold on, why are there all these chickens over here? I don't know where these chickens came from, but yeah, they do not have the right to exist in this area. Sheep we're gonna leave for now just because I want to continue my no grass experiment. Oop. But yeah, the game is running much better now that there aren't hundreds of animals roaming around. There are now tens of animals roaming around. My gosh, why are all the chickens wanting to be here though? Yeah, I guess I missed an area. I tried cleaning everything up, but it looks like there's still a fair amount left. I will say, it's been a lot of sword durability, so we'll need to make a new one later. Nope, I was not watching my breathometer. All right, but we came here for wheat, so that's what we're going to do. Except now my inventory is slightly more full. And after I pick up that leather, I'm gonna say, just kidding, we need to head home before we can pick up wheat. But I have a plan. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I wanted to do this on camera in case it did work. Doop. Doop. Alright, we need food. Oh yeah, speaking of food, this is my food chest now. We have a lot of food that's been cooked up. So that's taken up massive amount of space. And yeah, we have all these eggs as well, and they just filled up the last slot of that chest. Well, that's unfortunate. I don't know if we're gonna make triple chests yet, but I'm kind of wanting to put a chest above each of these and add in another single chest under there as well. We'll see, we'll see. There was a bug in regards to chests combining vertically. That has been solved, and we are absolutely out of space. Okay. Let's put this chicken away. Yeah, I'll solve our feather problem later. Howdy, welcome to the stream. You remember Pocket Edition? Pocket Edition was honestly better than I used to give it credit for, compared to modern day Bedrock. Okay. Hooray! My extended walls have been doing well. We don't have any sheep in here. Yeah, we need just one. Do I even want to grab the wheat? I could just grab it from here. I'll just casually steal a wheat. I don't need to grab any new one. Nope. Howdy Zeb, welcome back to the stream. There are indeed a lot of the alpha versions. Yeah, that's how it goes. Here, we're gonna sleep, and then we'll head off on our adventure. Console edition was also pretty good. I would almost say well, they have the comparison between Infinite Pocket Edition versus console, that was always limited. There are pros and cons to each. Let's see, we need to track down the majority of our sheep population. Yep, UMP will be continuing on after next week. So once today is over, we have one more week of Android. And then it's over. So as you can see over here, the performance is much worse because this is where all my sheep are. So we're only going to focus on the sheep since I don't think pigs eat wheat anymore. They used to, but I already missed that. My gosh, there's no grass. All the grass is gone. There's very little grass because of how much these sheep have eaten. Oh yeah, turns out I left a bed over here. I don't know when I left this bed, but I feel like this was the first bed I was supposed to have on me. I know the sheep are hungry, but we are gonna do something with those sheep. Alright, all of you, get over here. I hope I don't accidentally click, because I only have one wheat. So many sheep. So many sheep. Yeah, Pocket Edition being built from the ground up for mobile devices was good in what it was going for. I will say, being able to turn off auto jump is a feature that should have been there since the beginning, but oh well. Here's a question, how many times do you think it's going to take for me to get all the sheep? I would like most of them, but I cannot guarantee that they'll stay interested. Most people I know have been doing school-related stuff, and therefore haven't been popping up on stream compared to the summer. The viewers will come back in December when everyone's on Christmas break. You gotta learn C, just straight up C. Or none of the derivatives. Alright, C and C++. That one makes more sense. I don't know how often C is utilized these days compared to C# and C++. Oh yeah, the cows. The cows can come here as well. They need to be taken off the list as well. Excuse me. Based on how this is going, I think my plan might work. I just need to get them to that area, which could be a challenge. We need to get over to the desert. There's no entity cramming. There's entity pushback or whatever it was called. Mobs having solid or semi-solid collision. I don't remember when Java removed it, but then they kind of brought it back later. On Christmas break the 23rd and 24th, that's like right before. It's really fast compared to Java, which is smooth. Which version of Java? Because this feels like how Java movement was before it was disabled. And do you not know how to walk across slabs? Oh, I have to stand on top of it. Oh, I see. And a bunch of them went for a swim. That's not what I wanted. So I guess I have to stand on solid blocks for them to recognize where I'm at. Hooray! Pathfinding! Alright, I'll get over here. I think we're gonna do this one more time afterwards, since this is not nearly as many sheep as I was hoping to attract. I'm trying to go slowly. Just them pushing me around, but even so, a lot of the sheep over there still keep losing interest. This doesn't feel like Indev to me. Rocket Edition has never felt like Indev, because Indev has always felt so limited. But this is very close to 1.5. No, that's not true. It's very close to 1.4.7, because we don't have any of the redstone stuff from 1.5. Even though we do have 1.7 and 1.8 features already. The only 1.5 features we have is quartz, I believe. But we don't even have a proper nether. Oh wait, no, hold on, this way, just kidding. Left, not right. You know what I should have done? I should have brought shears. Oh, that's fine. If I need more wool, I can get it later. Do I have the shears on me? I do not. Too late, we're already over here. Uh-oh! That's not what I wanted to do. Hurry, I need to go get some more wheat. I guess now's my chance to get the shears as well. Yeah, modern entity pushback is not nearly as powerful as it was back in the day. Where do I keep the eggs? We need my shears, which are in... I could probably take this flint and steel out of here if I'm gonna have a dedicated tools chest. Where did I put my shears? Does anyone remember? I feel like I told y'all, but I don't know where they are. I don't know where my shears went. Did I break them? Did I use them all up? What happened to my shears? I might just make a brand new pair. I very well could have used them all up and not realized. I don't know the last time I saw my shears. Well, okay. I went mining some more yesterday, so I picked up iron. There we go. Alright, sheep. Here, we're gonna be smart. We're gonna grab multiple wheat this time. Oh yeah, one thing I already noticed, there's no hitbox for non-solid blocks, so I can't touch the trapdoor, or not trapdoor, the fence gate, and I can't touch any torches. If I want to break a torch, I have to break the block it's connected to. There we go. It was pretty toasty over here as well, and now it's moderate. That's called a change in weather. You know, here, let's not hold on to the wheat just yet, not until we get there. There's a cooldown before they get attracted to wheat again. Oops, so where did I leave the herd? I think it was all these guys, right? My leg. Alright, hopefully they don't get hungry, but I should try shearing them now since there's not a lot of grass. Good thing I have plenty of chest space for wool. Except I don't have a lot of inventory space. Alright, hold up. Let's be smart about this. Let me grab... Let me put away maybe 3 or 4 stacks of cobblestone. I could clean up more in case I pick up even more mob drops. One thing at a time, one thing at a time. Probably gonna get his wool back, but that's okay. Let's see, what chest was I on? Since I've been spending a lot of cobblestone. And there we go. This will grant us plenty of inventory space to pick stuff up, like chicken. Like, there we go. Alright, now we should be all good to go and pick up the herd. After we take a look-see at all the animals, or all the sheep. And I need to pick up the wool. So there aren't a lot left in this area, but I think that'll be alright. Still need to be on the lookout for any gray wool I've already picked up. Or gray wool I have not picked up, I should say. Alright, I think we'll start way back here. This seems like a moderate area. Alrighty, sheep, you ready to be on the move again? We'll slowly start collecting them as we travel. And last one, because they'll just keep eating the grass. Alright, y'all. Who's hungry? And away we go. Hopefully we can collect the rest of them on our way. I might switch to third person, but we'll see. I feel like it's usually easier to herd animals around in third person. So there's no hotkey for that. I have to go to my options. We're slowly getting there. I was right about collecting them as we go. Oh, there's a gray wool. I'll leave it for now. I don't want it to take too long not moving them around, or else they'll start wandering off again. Little by little, forward we go. This is not going to be nearly as climactic as I thought it would be, but I think that'll be fine. Oop. This way, y'all, if you can still see me. Everybody here knows you? I don't get that impression. It feels like I'm the only one here that knows you. Unless you're actively in chat talking with other people. Come on, sheep. Out of the water. Turn your auto jump on. I wonder if the auto jump that us as players have is the same as the auto jump that mobs use. It's the same function for them to get them to jump. I don't know, I never thought about that until now. You can probably guess by now what I'm going to do with the sheep, which is why I was hoping we would have a larger crowd, but the wheat radius is too small. Alright, sheep. It's that time. Start saying your final thoughts now, because it's the last thing you'll ever think. Come on. There's one, two, three. Oh, it's working. Barely. I don't have any way to convince them to get off other than pushing them. Or they push each other, which is what I was hoping would happen more of. This ended up being a very lame experiment. Most of I just keep going around and round. Oh, I have the pillars though, I don't think. I think this is gonna convince them to not step around a corner. That guy climbed back out. Oh, they know your presence. I see. You know, this would have been more effective if I had water. Oh well. Well, we're gonna try one more time, and then that will be that. So whatever sheep are still alive have now been relocated. We're gonna move one more herd over here, and I'll probably go back to taking on some more of the cows. I'm trying to get rid of every animal that's not a sheep. And yeah. That's why I stocked up on inventory space again. That's a weird concept, but in a sense, that's how it worked. I filled up on emptying my inventory. 10 blocks, that's it? It's not even a chunk. Such a small radius. Oi. Alright, let's see. Think the gray wool is still there? I feel like it's been longer than 5 minutes, assuming it's a 5-minute cooldown on here. And yeah, I'm not seeing it anymore. Oh, I see the one I just picked up though, or was supposed to pick up. Oh, my inventory's full already? That's why. Time to drop off some more... whatchamacallit? Trying to drop off more cobblestone. Oh, you made a guess, that's not the actual value. Oh. I don't know what the value is. And we're full of wheat. Howdy, Paul. Welcome back to the stream. We're not full of wheat, full of wool. We'll drop off another 4 stacks. I'll keep the current items. So that will allow 1 more stack of white wool, 1 stack for light gray wool, and then 2 extra stacks for anything else. So, Paul, have you decided what to do with your Farlands Journey world? Are you for sure giving up? I'll take your wool, thank you. I'll take your wool, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna have plenty of wool after this. Let's see, where's the gray? Where's my light gray? There it is. I should do something with all this wool afterward. I don't know what, but I might find something. I could use it for carpet. I'm so used to using wool for carpet for 2 reasons. The first one, I'm used to playing in versions where there is no carpet block. But I'm also used to having the floor be a solid block. And once you have carpet placed down, you don't get that anymore because it's slightly raised. So if you want to have something on the floor in whatever carpeted build you have, you'd have to put wool next to the carpet, but then that always looks a little weird seeing the block difference between ground and carpet heights. And hiya! Game's doing much better, but I still hope to move a bunch of the sheep out of here. Once I have one more herding move complete, then we'll head back to, or get back to building our ruby dunk area. Bye. What am I planning to do with the wool? I don't know. That's what I was just talking about. Maybe I'll use the wool for carpet and a floor. Not the carpet block. Carpet as the abstract concept of having a fluffy material on your flooring. Or coating your floor, I should say. Was carpet a 1.5 feature or was it a 1.6 feature? It was 1.6, right? I keep forgetting that carpet is part of that. Unless it was 1.7. I don't think so. I've really forgotten when carpet was added. I think it was 1.6. Whenever I think of 1.6, I think of hardened clay and horses, and those being primarily the two features. Coal blocks are a bonus. I wish we got coal blocks sooner, because we already had iron, gold, diamond, and even redstone blocks from before then. The coal block was included in the April Fool's 2.0 update from 2013. And then hooray, they added it in the very next full update of 1.6. Don't know if it used the same block ID due to the other blocks added in the April Fool's update. But at least it was added in vanilla. I'm surprised they didn't add it in 1.3 when emeralds were added. Because coal, well, in fact, I'll even say the same thing with redstone, but I feel like they held off on redstone for the reason of, if they were gonna add a redstone block, it'd have to be usable. Because up until 1.5, redstone and coal were the only ores to not have any block condensed versions. And so I can understand waiting for the redstone block due to how redstone works. That means the redstone block would have to do something. But yeah, coal doesn't have a good excuse for why it took so long to add a coal block. And we're getting there. Gonna need to cross that bridge again. Yeah, look at the size of this herd. All these sheep need to be relocated. Well, I feel like we're already losing them just because the distance. Oop. Aren't most creative worlds abstract and not have set ideas? Unless people have a dedicated theme for a creative world. Like I currently have one of those. My main creative world, I just build whatever on there. I take inspiration from a lot of different concepts. I'm trying to add more builds from locations I've had in dreams, but it's hard processing those. I'll need to reread a lot of my dreams to get a refresher for certain areas again. Come on, sheep, keep it going. We're gonna see if the baby cow grows up fast enough, or else he's gonna end up in the pit as well. Keep it coming. One thing I also noticed with baby animals is their audio is not pitch shifted. I want to say that's a hardware thing. I don't know if mobile devices handle pitch shift natively. Computers do just fine, but I don't think mobile devices do. I know this is another thing I noticed. I said noticed twice. This is something I noticed way back when working on mobile games for using Unreal, was that the built-in pitch feature, the built-in Unreal feature for modifying audio pitch, it was not working on mobile. It worked fine on PC, but not for mobile. I think that was eventually fixed though, so it could be a harder thing to implement. Eventually fixed meaning I upgraded several more engine versions. So I think it's supported on Unreal 5, but it was not on Unreal 4. Good, y'all are preparing for the drop later. Which, if I wanted to, I could dig up some of the staircase to have it be a better pit. Or just build another pit somewhere else. Oh man, I thought of a terrible way to eliminate sheep en masse, but that takes too much setup. I'd rather just go for it. An established civilization would be pretty cool. I've tried working on lore elements in my creative worlds. That usually doesn't turn out detailed. It used to be possible to play Minecraft offline in the vanilla launcher. I don't know if you can anymore, but this was, 10 years ago. No, even with the 1.6 launcher. So up until maybe 2017 or 2019. Does anyone remember how the old 1.6 launcher used to look? And that's how it looked for a while. You had the Alpha launcher, which was pretty basic, but hey, at least it had color. Then you had the Beta 1.3 launcher. That stuck around all the way until release 1.5. 1.6, they made a new launcher, but that new launcher it looked like some fancy, or not some fancy, it looked like some plain, like regular startup program. Because it was all gray, default Windows text boxes. Come on, sheep. Your pathfinding is too good. Why do you have good pathfinding? You're not supposed to have good pathfinding. There we go. Finally, it's working. A little bit. Not really. Oh my gosh, you sheep. The sheep are smarter than they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be pushing each other off the cliff, but somehow they all know don't push each other off the cliff. There we go. Alright, well, I'm giving up. The sheep are smarter than I thought they would be. Yeah, I don't know what it was, but I still kind of like the design of that 1.6 launcher, how it was way back then. Even though that is a very poor way to represent Minecraft. My inventory full again? Oh my gosh, the one light gray wool. Of course it would be that. Yeah, oops. I failed that jump. Let's put away another 4 slots. Surprised YouTube didn't flag that. I thought of a joke, but that's definitely a big nope. Alright, I'll take your wool. And yeah, I guess all I did was relocate most of the sheep since they did not nearly fall they did not far nearly as far as I wanted them to. I'm pretty sure Notch had nothing to do with. I won't say nothing. I'm pretty sure Notch had very little to do with Pocket Edition. I don't even know if he ever worked directly on it. To my knowledge, Notch only worked directly on. When I say work directly, I'm referring to write the code for Java Edition. If there are statements otherwise, then people can prove me wrong on that. But to my knowledge, I think that's only what he worked on directly. He might have worked on Pocket Edition, but I feel like that would have been dedicated to a different team since the game was written completely from scratch. And then also 4J Studios was working on the 360 port. And so that was that. So that way, that team was in charge of the 360 and then later other consoles. Although other consoles were already by the time Notch was inactive. And a dunk. And a double dunk. Lots of sheep over here. I don't think Notch ever worked on mobile games. I don't know his entire gameology, since you know, musicians have discologies. I don't know of Notch's entire gameology, but I thought they were all computer-based, which is why I'm fairly confident he did not work directly on Pocket Edition. And ha-dunk. I think I'll only stick around this area a little bit more. Shear some more sheep. I have 2 more slots. Shear some more sheep, and then head back home. Clean out my inventory, and then we'll get back to work on placing down the cobblestone. I need that wool, thank you. I can also put the wheat back. I no longer need it. Oop, we're good. Some days I wonder what Pocket Edition would have been like if they took the 360 approach and ported Java Edition. I wonder. I feel like, though, the performance would have been so bad. Maybe they did try it, and because performance was so bad, that's why they said, well, time to port everything. Time to recreate it. Time to recreate all the little features. Of course, that's why Pocket Edition was so basic when it started, whereas the 360 edition was essentially Java Edition Beta 1.6 with controller support and a new crafting system. There were other technical issues, but in terms of features, InfDev Plus had a little bit of inspiration for what Notch was going for originally, but it also had a lot of concepts from other mods and whatnot, plus unique things as well. And hiya! So I wonder if someone's made a mod for maybe like Beta 1.2 Hiccup that implements a lot of the features. Here's why I say Beta 1.2 is that would have been right after Alpha. Beta 1.2 was the first major release after Mojang started and Notch had helpers. Yeah, sheep have been around since Classic. Were there any new mobs in Dev? I don't think so. The only mobs were the MD3 mobs. Otherwise, everything else was from Classic. Oh wait, no, there were giants, but giants were not officially implemented. No, maybe they were around for 1 or 2 versions, but I don't think we have those versions. I'm referring to spawn naturally. I know they've been in the code, or they used to be. I remember giants were used in spawners because their model was so large. This was way back when the model inside of spawners would not scale, which means based on the mob size, the giant, because of how large it was, the giant would render outside of the spawner. And so what people would do was they would have a giant spawner and put a pole on top of the spawner, and you would see the giant spinning around the pole because of how large the model rendered. You can't do that anymore, but that was always comedic to me. I don't think any other mob worked. You might have been able to do it with the ghast, but it was not the same look. Yeah, seeing the giant spinning around those poles was kind of funny to me. Okay, we still have a little bit more inventory space, and we still have more shear durability. I still don't know what happened to my pair of shears, though. And I click. Alright, away we go. Yeah, I know Sith. Sith made the tower defense mod you're talking about, right? Because this is also multiplayer for all of InDev. It's kind of what he ended up being known as these days. I still remember him as working on, well, it was a previous mod. I don't think it was for InDev. Oh, what was it? He worked on saving for InfDev 325. That was alright, except it only saved the positive quadrant of the world. Asterisk, since there are other notes there. It only saved the positive quadrant of the world, and also didn't save chests or anything like that. So it was minimal. But that's how I got the brick pyramid in UMP. I feel like there's another mod of his I used to check out, but I can't remember what it was. Not important. I remember participating in some of his InDev multiplayer tests, though. I might even have a video or two, a recording of those multiplayer server stress tests. Howdy, potato. You need the negative quadrants? No. This is news to me. I didn't know the negative quadrants never had brick pyramids. I didn't know it was only the positive one. Positive, positive. You wouldn't need the negative quadrants, but if you wanted a proper 325 long-term world, that is not the way to do it. There's another group going around trying to get saving for InDev and InfDev, I thought. I think it was improved. I can't remember though, since I haven't checked out those versions in such a long time. Good thing the shadow is nice and bright. Helps me spot the food when at the bottom of it. And we made it back. Alrighty, I don't have a way to get up there anymore. Moo, do I have dirt on me? I have 4. Oh wait, hold on. Isn't this dirt supposed to be for the staircase? I guess I'll take the long way around. Doo-doo-ba-doop. Alright, away we go. And huzzah! So we need. Let me put away. Or sorry, you know what? Hold on. I need the cobblestone. I forgot we were going to work on the stuff. Let's put away the goods. And then the urge to just collect wool. We'll put away this stuff. And I passed by the farm and I didn't put the wheat where it belongs. That was a big oops. But I need to put away all this other stuff that I currently have on me. Alright, we need the food. Just kidding, we will not be picking up the food. I don't even know if I have the space for that. Here, let's cook up all this. Forget about the space, we're not even gonna have the coal. Whoops. That's not the food chest. Alright, what else? So I can grab most of that, since that's divisible by 8. And put away the rest of these. Yeah, that's it. All these eggs are going in a dedicated chest. They're going up here. I don't know if they need. Oh, just kidding. That's a sapling chest. They're going up here. I might put the wool as well. Group the wool and eggs together. Nah, I'll keep them in here. We still have a lot of space. This was what? Natural blocks plus glass. I don't know if wool counts as natural, but you can pick it up. Oops. It kind of spawns naturally. You just need shears to collect it. But at the same time, that's like saying stone. You need pickaxe to gather stone. Alright, so there we go. So now for how to tackle my food problem. I could just leave it for future me. Or I could put the mushrooms in here. Yeah, that'll take its time to cook up. We'll be cooking up the rest of this later. So for now, we'll put away. If I had the shears, I should have put them in here. But too late for that now. Same thing with my armor. Since look at all that redstone. I hope we don't run out of space. I'm not even trying to collect redstone. All I'm doing is getting it out of the strip mine where I'm actively working. But now we can catch some Z's and hopefully the food will be done cooking. I might put the empty bowls away. Oh wait, hold on. If I put the empty bowls away, I can also clean out the mushrooms and put them with the other natural blocks. Ah, that'll free up the food chest. It'll be a little inconvenient having my bowls and mushrooms separate. Not to mention separate from the mushroom stew. But I need the space. These chests were not designed to support the massive amount of animal drops I would be acquiring. Alright, there we go. So let's grab the dirt. I'll put these back, then we'll... You know, hold on. The dirt will be last. I need to put the wheat away first. One thing at a time, one thing at a time. I also need to fix this. Should I do it now? Oh, that's how all the animals got in. I forgot I didn't cover up anything for here. So any animal can just zoop on in. Alright, well, I'll clean this up. I need I need 3 more melons and 2 more pumpkin seeds. Plus my ground tiller. This will get them growing in the way they're supposed to. I don't know where the name Farlands came from. I don't know when it started other than Beta 1.8, but I'm pretty sure Beta 1.8 already had the term Farlands before that splash. Oh, nope, I needed one more pumpkin seed. Oop, we're good. You could probably Google search Farlands and see if that comes up. Google search meaning go through, what is it, Google Trends? Look up Minecraft Farlands, see when the popularity started going up. Okay, so now I need the dirt. I'll be putting this away. I think the term fits fine with what they are. Do you have a better idea for what to call the end of the world? A special type of terrain generation not found anywhere else? Even though the world is more Farlands than not. Because they start at 12.5 million and the world at that time extended all the way to 32 million. That's always something, I don't know if people really, non-enthusiasts have thought about how a Minecraft world used to be more Farlands than not in terms of physical play area. So that's excluding the ghost blocks that generate afterward. That started generating in Alpha 1.2, I should say. Alpha 1.1 and earlier, it was just end of the world. You touch it, you get stuck. And I was supposed to pick up cobblestone while I was in the area, since that's what we're going back to doing. What are we at? 53 minutes, and all I did was move animals around, clean up some more of the population, and that is that. Alright, let's pick up all that cobblestone that ended up being put away. Oop. Do. Slow and steady wins the race, I guess. I wonder what the fastest way to move items is. From like a mathematical standpoint. And away we go. Where's the pickaxe? There it is. I don't know if I need the pickaxe, but we're gonna hold on to it anyway. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yep. Everything should be all set. Well, I was thinking everything should be all set for next week, I should say. unless we have another catastrophic failure. When I first said, or I remember saying earlier, one of my recent streams, how as long as the bugs only get fixed, then there shouldn't be any catastrophic failures that ruin our world afterward, which means we should end on time with 0.9 alpha build 12. But that was before the long-term mob spawning problem happened. So I have my doubts now and think to myself, maybe something will happen. But we won't know until we try. I did indeed talk to Slim Jim, and I was right. He said that he's only played a few of the versions directly, and not to a big extent, which means we might be the only people to keep track of all the problems that occur in these alpha builds. All the not so obvious problems. Oops. Wait, hold up. Oh my gosh. Y'all remember that bug in... When did it get fixed? I don't know when it gets introduced, but sometime in alpha, all the way up until I think it's beta 1.5, you could place any block in water. You could do that for here. The same thing applies here. I don't know if y'all realized, but I am fully capable of just casually building it myself. And this is just like how it used to be, because I'm building it in water. It's kind of throwing me off though, because I need to remember click only 3 times. Oh, starting night. Do I still have my bed over here? I think I picked it up. Yeah, I picked it up. I'll put it in the empty slot after I place this down. There you go. Swim! Swim! Swim-a-doodle-doo. Yep, the moon is still, I think it's either mirrored or upside down. I haven't really figured it out yet. I'm familiar with the moon design, but yeah, I'm not familiar enough. Oh wait, no, it is upside down. No, I think it's both. Okay, well, either way, the texture's not right. That's the important part. That's the point I was getting at. The dark part of it, it's mostly light, but the dark part of it's supposed to be on the bottom right. So it takes up the bottom and the right side of the texture. On here was the top left. It used to be sideways, I think. And then they fix. Oh wait, no. Hold on. Never mind. It's not sideways yet. It's not sideways until later in 1.1, 1.0, somewhere around there. The moon rotation doesn't get fixed for a while. I don't know why it was so off. I wonder if I can make triple chests on here. I'm thinking about if that's possible utilizing the water bug. This is how triple chests were made back in the day before that bug was fixed, where you can place any block in water 100% of the time. If done correctly, you can have a chest that takes up 5 different, or that pulls the inventory from 5 different chests. Because you would have the one in the middle, plus the 4 on each sides. That would give you a massive list, massive chest, whoopsies, slot list. What it was, because it would have 5 chests, 3 rows, 15 rows, plus the 4 in your inventory. So that was a lot of inventory slots there, and you would need a small UI in order to be able to see most of it. because otherwise you'd be missing out. Oops, that was fun while it lasted. Oops, we're good. Ow. Okay, that one definitely... Yeah, this one for sure doesn't belong here. Let me just make sure it's indeed a water thing. Oh, I was right. Okay, so... No, you can place the blocks in yourself. Okay, that might be unrelated to the water then. I guess there's no hit detection. I wonder if this is a useful creative feature, since in survival you just suffocate. I wonder when it gets fixed. I wonder when it was introduced. I don't remember being here yesterday. I feel like I would have noticed because of how frequently I'm messing up on here. We're gonna take one look at the water though and see if there's anything else. Looks like this last corner over here, if I could fill it in, I could focus on building 3 blocks the whole time instead of, oopsies, building only 2. Alright, there we go. So now that means I don't need to worry about this anymore. Oops. Well, I should say I don't need to worry about drowning. OBS refresh. Still don't know why it does that. Oop. Auto jump. Leave me alone. I should add that to the iceberg. I feel like there's something else I was supposed to add to the iceberg, then I forgot about it. I'm gonna write it down. The last one I didn't write down. Because now I keep saying it, so... Well, if I've said it this much... Oop. I'm kinda thinking of leaving all the cobblestone. If I just handle it later, it might save me time by not worrying about it now. But knowing that there's that one block right at the surface of the water. Just kidding, now there's 2 blocks. Those 2 blocks right at the surface of the water. It's bothering me. I'll pick it up when we run out of cobblestone. There we go. That'll be the compromise. I'll pick up any surface cobblestone when we run out. And speaking of cobblestone and running out, after looking at it, I'm pretty confident we are not going to make it to the end, filling up all the quadrants of what I want to for the Ruby Dunk area. So we're going to have to leave it as a giant L for now. But that'll be alright. I don't know how much dirt I have, but I'm sure I don't have nearly enough dirt to fill in all 3 quadrants anyway, so we'll start at one at a time. We're also going to get rid of that bridge, that dirt bridge, since turns out I'm going to need that dirt back. Oop. Oopsies. Oi! Just keep going. We're almost there. Once I make it to that point, then I only have to do 1 layer across the whole surface. Which means we're more done than not in trying to fill this in. And with plenty of cobblestone to spare, that means I could also work more in the underground areas. I can build more tunnels within these ruby dunk chunks. Since I have cobblestone to replace the dirt lining that would come from carving out caves where caves did not previously exist. I still think it's kind of funny that for originally being called Cave Game, caves were removed rather quickly. They were added, and then they were removed. The 4 different Ruby Dunk builds we have available, or that style, I should say. The 4 different pre-classics, if you would want to call it. They are all, none of them have caves. The first 2 are completely flat. They're almost cubes. The whole world is a cube, except it's not complete. And then there's also, what else? I can't remember if the 2 versions after that had terrain different from each other. But I know that's when we start to see noisy terrain. But neither of them have caves, I believe. The versions we currently have available, none of them have caves until, was it 11A? 11A in quotes, even though it's really pretty sure it was a build of 12A based on code. At least I think that was the consensus, that it's not 11A, it's a early build of 12A, and Notch didn't flip the version number yet. Well, anyways, I don't think that one had caves. And then we didn't see caves until maybe 12A? Or that build would have had caves, I should say. Paul, you know there are no Farlands in Beta 1.8, right? And what's the fun in doing it in creative? Ow. Why not just whip out an auto clicker and have your, whatchamacallit, just have your button held down. You can get to the end of the world in Beta 1.8, but the Farland stopped in Beta 1.7. The terrain generation bug. You would need a mod to bring him back. I wonder if by now someone's made a mod for Beta 1.8 that brought back the classic Farlands. The mod I'm familiar with doesn't bring them back until 1.8, but I know other mods implement the Farlands as part of their multi-selection of terrain generators. Like, was it Better World Gen 4? That might be the mod I'm thinking of that adds alpha and beta inf-dev terrain generators. Even in-dev. An infinite world using in-dev 2D noise is kinda cool. Oh, save and reload in beta 1.7. As long as you don't deal with any crashes due to blocks existing that did not previously exist. That's my reminder that I'm not on Do Not Disturb. Whoop. I don't know why they reduced the world from 32 million to 30 million in beta 1.8, other than some sort of technical limit that stopped at... Why can't I place? Oh, it is placing, just wasn't updating. That's some sort of technical limit that stopped exactly at 32 million. Here's the thing though, the world, I don't know what they were doing with the area where you can get stuck at. How many blocks is it? It's 2 or 3 chunks out, I think. Might even be less than that. By the way, if you fly out a couple of chunks in beta 1.8 through 1.2.5, if you fly out off the 32 million edge, eventually you just get stuck out there, kind of like how you did way back in InfDev and Alpha 1.1. That wasn't changed until release 1.3, and my theory is it's relevant to the internal server and how that handles positions. In 1.3 through 1.6, you could keep going all the way until 32 million, where the game would kick you for an illegal position, which is funny since that's a server error. Nope. A section of the world is only inaccessible forever without mods. There are ways to get around that. I wonder if whatever Fig did in the Farlander Optimized mod to get the distance from 32 million all the way up to 2.147 billion, I wonder if whatever he did that fixed or that pushed back that border is if it's as easy to do in beta 1.8. We shall see, we shall see. I could ask him about it. We're almost done. I only need a few more stacks of cobblestone. In fact, was it 32 each, which means count the rows, divide by 2. That'll give me how many stacks I need. I cannot see. Where's my... Here, I'll count up here. So 1, 13. So divide by 2, that's 6.5. I'll just grab 7. Since I don't think I have 32 extra blocks after that. Why am I making it so big? It's on a per chunk basis. It is on a exponent of 4. Or sorry, exponent of 2. Power of 2. I think that's the proper term. Power of 2 grid. At first, it was just going to be a chunk, and then 2x2 chunks, and then 4x4 chunks, which is where it was. Now I'm expanding it to 8x8 chunks. No, wait, 64. 64 by 64. Yeah, just kidding. It's still only on 4x4 chunks. Which means it used to be 2x2 since it was 32 blocks, and now I'm expanding the length and the width to 64. Hooray, math. But why? I have all this cobblestone and not nearly enough storage space to hold on to all this cobblestone. That's just part of it. I'm not going to get this ruby dunk area anywhere else in the world this is going to be imported in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This area isn't, or so because of that, I'm going to make my own. Even though it's not going to be legitimate since it doesn't go down or doesn't start at Y40 and it's not completely solid since it has all the dirt. Speaking of dirt, I'll do the math later. I hope I'm not going to run out of dirt, but I might. If I run out of dirt, then I'll solve that later. I could start digging another pit, or could clean off the surface of a mountain. Turn it into a stony mountain, kind of like what I did on one of the areas for InfDev Plus. My stony peaks sitting right next to the Valley of Chests. Oh yeah, speaking of cobblestone, I still need to dig this up. Oops. Well, one thing at a time. We're going to start right here. It'll also be time to catch some Z's, but that'll be later. Yeah, almost there, but not quite. Oops. Double oops. Yeah, I wonder when the ability to build within myself gets fixed, because sure, I'm sure you could use it for exploits and stuff, but it's more annoying than not when you don't want to use it. And huzzah! Oops. Double oops. That's not one. Yeah, there we go. Back to work we go. Oop. Oh wait, that's fine. It's still underwater. As long as every block I placed is underwater, then we're doing it right. I do wonder, though, if the reason why the hotbar moves over to the left, even though it's not as aggressive as it used to be, if the reason why it moves over to the left is for building convenience like this. This way you don't need to worry about switching slots. I wonder, I wonder. Nope. Feel like someone's crawling on my arm. I don't think so, though. I see a hair there. That might be what I'm feeling. Oh, is this math going to line up perfectly, despite the blocks that were already placed? No, I don't think so, right? Oh, I see, because I already have the 2 blocks here. Oh, I got lucky, that's why. That's why it lined up that time. Alright, cool, so then that means that was just a one-time thing. You can see we're about to start putting down less and less on this side, since we already have all this dirt helping us a little bit. So I guess I probably, oops, could have left one of the stacks behind, because I didn't think about all the dirt in this corner. I was only paying attention to the little blocks currently in the water. All those blocks were ones I did not need to acquire. Ready for this? We're almost done. Hooray! Could have left a whole stack. So this whole quadrant's done. This whole quadrant's done. This one was the first one. So now we'll be coming back here with a bunch of dirt. We're going to start with filling in this area before we start filling in this area. Oop. That means this little bridge right next to us is going to get to stick around for a while. And the cobblestone will go up until here. Or sorry, the dirt will go up until here, which means I'll need to figure out what to do for the space around it. Because I'm thinking of trimming back the island from maybe here and cutting it off here. Almost, I'd have to trim back a little more. So 1, 2, 3, and then it's the border here, which means I'd have to cut off right here if I want there to be a little gap. But that's for the future. So we'll work on the area over there since that's completely disconnected. So we're looking at 32 times, let me whip out math real fast. 24 divided by 2, 512. Oh wait, hold up. 12 divided by 64. Do I only need 8 stacks? Makes sense. We'll see how many stacks of dirt we have. I should have more than 8. Ideally, I would have 24. Let's see, that's a double chest is 36 slots. I don't think it's primarily dirt. Why is there a sheep on top of the roof? Sheep, what are you doing up there? Animals really like climbing on all my stuff, it seems. Oh yeah, you know the cow that was on top of my scaffolding structure thing that I kept pointing out? He has been removed from this earth. So he will forever exist in old backups. In fact, he will only ever exist. Man, I'm really on the 4th chest. That's it. At least we still have a lot of cobblestone to get a head start for the last quadrant. I guess I will grab. Focus on. Oh, how much dirt do I want to bring? That's not dirt. Oh well, we'll just grab a bunch of this, then I'll start filling in the next slot. Nine, so this is 10. We're taking 14. And I'm going to replace this with my shovel, since now we're working with dirt. Do I have another shovel in here? Yes, I do. Once my current shovel's gone, that'll free up another inventory slot. In fact, with the dirt I have, as long as I can collect enough dirt to fill in the last 2 rows, just from cleaning out the area around the island. Let me also clean that up real fast. Compulsive terrain smoothing. It never stops. Let me put that torch back. I wonder how long until the hitbox returns for non-solid blocks. Oh, does this affect fences? I guess because fences are solid, that's why it's there. But the not the trap door, the fence gate. I don't know why I keep calling it a trap door. The fence gate is not solid when it's open, which is how I was able to open it in the first place. Because when it was closed, and it had the same collision as one of the wide fences here. Splash, splash. Whoop, auto jump. What are you doing? You know, I wonder if there's a way to block viewers. If there's a way to block the word viewers. I need to look into that. I'm gonna add that to my notes for later. That way, anyone that has the word viewers, that message does not get sent. Yep, I was right, exactly 32. Isn't it nice when numbers add up so evenly with stacks of items you have? Yeah. Alright, back to work we go. This is going to put us really close to the ice over there. Wonder if any of the animals are going to go for a swim and end up on this island. This will also mark the end of however much I'm... Oh, I just now realized this whole quadrant still needs to be filled in. That means everything from just past the edge of that ice to a chunk of this island will need to be filled in. That has now occurred to me. That's fine. I can always fill in more. Let's not do that, please. I think I can do this. I say that now, but I always have my doubts. It's been an hour and 25. Where did the last half hour go? Did it really take half an hour filling in that cobblestone? I thought we were about 55 minutes into the stream when I switched from herding animals to flopping down the cobblestone. Well, at least once this is done, I'll feel better. But at the same time, I still need more coal. Oi! We need to do something before the series goes on break. The first 10 episodes kind of ended a little anticlimactically, but we should do something better for the end. I have 1 week to figure that out. The world will also be put up for download since I do not plan on making any episodes on here for over a year. I think August, I guess slightly less than a year. I still haven't made the nether spire hole. I got tired of that, and that was also taking a lot of pickaxe durability. If I'm dedicated, I'll get to that today. That's not true. I have stuff to do. I need to finish up on the music for Population Zelinator if I want to release it tomorrow. Render time. I don't think I'll be able to get the music done and it ready. Plus process time. So Sunday. Guess it's coming out Sunday, not Saturday. That's okay. It takes so long to render many different layers. But that's my fault. This is my fault for having so many different Zelinators on screen at once. Don't worry. 2 will be better, but I need to get through all of this. I don't think I'll run out of time. That's not true. I'm only halfway there. I could disregard whatever gold is up there and say, well, I tried. And that way I just finish the next area. Why do I have 3 dirt? Where did this 3 dirt come from? Oh, I know where it came from. It came from when I was cleaning up that. Yeah, we'll have infinite worlds by the time afterwards. I know I have infinite worlds now, but the world will not be infinite until we get back. That'll be a fun way to start part 2 of the series, since this is kind of part 1.5. Not really, it's all listed as part 1. There's just a few month gap. It's not even listed as part 1 since there's no part 2 yet. I don't relabel the playlists part 1 until part 2 is ready. I might be able to make them square since these last quadrants. I have a whole week. I have a week to get them square. I don't know if we have the cobblestone, but we will have most of it. I would like to make them square, but we'll see. Having it be an L would feel off. This is still not even grass. I don't know when grass gets fixed, but if it turns out it's not until the full release of 0.9, this has got to be dirt. I don't like a non-square area either. So we shall see. I have 1 week. If I don't get it done by the end of next week, then I'll have to do it before putting the world up for download. I don't know what else I would do in the world other than getting that ready. I could work more on the strip mine because, oh boy, I need the iron and the coal. That is non-essential. Oops. Oopsies. Oh, I did my math wrong. It's occurred to me, I did the math in terms of how many stacks of dirt. I still need... Okay, so take 16 stacks. Take 16 stacks for one whole area, which means I need another 16 stacks for that. So my math was incorrect. That's okay, I'll be picking up the dirt. Oops, I'll be picking up the dirt when I clean up the last corner. Well, I should say the current corner way over there. I'm not sure how the water will be done. I'll just let it fill back in and see if I need to manually place in more water to make sure it's not flowing. 16 stacks for one of these quadrants because it's 32 by 32. I need 16 stacks of dirt. Because I grabbed 14 and I'm 2 stacks short. That's how I know it's 16. Yeah. So let's... Oh yeah, I can't pick up the torches. Well, at least I don't need to worry about wasting shovel durability on breaking torches when I'm physically incapable of breaking torches. Alright, so I want 1 block gap at least, which means this is water. Alright, now, because I like my terrain smooth, I'm gonna do that and shave off there. There we go, so we'll say goodbye to this island and hope that this all fills in. It should, since we have water on all 4 sides. So this should fix all the water behind it. There goes that shovel. It's only got us 1 stack, which means we'll need another stack to fill in the last area. Oh wait, I can say goodbye to that bridge now. It's lasted so long. So I was right, it was 1,024. So the problem is I divided by 2 when I wasn't supposed to. Hooray, we'll have enough dirt to finish this. I'll bring back home whatever incomplete stack we have. That way I will fill up exactly on how much we need. Any more down there? Oh, there's one. So bright. But what's not bright is this area around us. Time to catch some Z's. Yeah. Yeah, there's dirt underground. It generates in patches like gravel. Or not patches, blobs, I should say, since it's 3D. But yeah, I can get more dirt underground. That's where most of my dirt came from, the strip mine. It's from all the dirt that was down there. Okay, let's clean up this stack first. It's bothering me. Hooray, efficiency! Can I just keep it up? That'll get us through this faster. Oop. Ta-da! There we go. So now I need... Sup, Cal? Where'd you come from? Did he really walk all this way? Or is he on the other island? Well, he's gone now. So I need 16 stacks to fill in this whole quadrant. And that'll get us very close. Oh yeah, while we're here, we're gonna build a small bridge. And I also think I'm gonna shave off part of this island right here. There we go. So I need, if the grass, or yeah, if the dirt's gonna be right here, then I need, oh wait, I only need one block, but slightly stretched. My road needs to be right there. Oopsies. There we go. Whenever we get grass growing again, it'll start spreading to here, which will then spread onto the dirt we're going to place here. Let's also plop down a couple more torches. Oh wait, well, that's not going anywhere anymore. One there and one here. There we go. That'll keep it nice and bright. And load! I'm telling you, chunks will load when I say the word, or gave the word. It's just not wise to do that frequently. And there are more sheep in my farm. That's not true, there's one of them. Do I have my shears on me? No. Alright, can I casually push him out of here? Or maybe he'll be so attracted to the other sheep that he will avoid my pumpkins and melons. That'd be nice. And now I know why it's so expensive on cobblestone, because this whole quadrant of the Ruby Dunk terrain, one whole layer takes 1,024 blocks. Oops. Oh man, I want grass here. Hold on. I know it's not going to be grass yet, but eventually we'll have grass again. I'm kind of thinking about looking into the grass block itself, finding that block tab, or finding that history section, and then going through it all. And then that will help me figure out when we do not have 16 stacks. I was afraid of that. Oh well. That was 8, right? Yeah, we have 8. So I'll leave those. Nah, we'll go for 10. 10 out of 16 is close enough. I'll do something else with the gravel later. For now, I'm going to keep holding on to it. I was kind of thinking about expanding my gravel pyramid, making it into a bigger gravel pyramid. I haven't done that. Oh, no way. Are you telling me I can't break stairs either? I don't see the stair hitbox. Man, what is wrong with block hitboxes? Oh, wait. I'd rather use the gravel for concrete in the future. over using it for, I'll take that, thank you, over using it for coarse dirt. I don't use coarse dirt much. That's a lot of eggs. I'm looking forward to making my signature chicken farm. Man, it's so nice. The game is running a lot better than it was yesterday. So many animals. Alas, I'm glad that I took the time on my own to clean up the world. Unfortunately, we still need a new diamond sword because of that. Oh well, oh well. Oh man, is that dirt? This sheep's been eating the grass over here as well. You could tell it's dirt because it doesn't have the snow on the side. The sheep do indeed like to bounce. Every mob at the edge of blocks like to do some aerobics. I feel a sneeze coming. Pineapple, pineapple, pineapple. I could not pineapple this sneeze away. Oops. Oh, there we go. Sun's already going down. One thing I should have done, I should have started on this side and worked my way right. That way I could take advantage of the bridge there. But then I started placing and realized I don't want to dig it up. I'll just keep going here. I guess now I should have held on to that extra 20 because then it could have been used. Nope, that's not true. It's 32 blocks wide. It wouldn't have made it. Wait, no, it would have made it because I have all this to fill in. Oopsies. So nice how many I can place when I sit down. Oopsies. Sit down and focus. Of course, I can't talk. Then I lose focus. Catch some Z's as the moon rises. But not the Zella moon. We're not going to see the Zella moon for another week. I think it'll be kind of comedic seeing it again after not seeing it for so long. It's okay, just keep going. I almost made it. Let's see, what other stacks are there? There we go. I don't know if that filled in all the dirt, but hopefully that's most of it. Do you like the sound of dirt? It's all we've been hearing. It's all we're gonna keep hearing. My mustache had an itch. Oi, that's what happens when it's long. You can play Betacraft offline. What happened? Was there an update? Did another version of the launcher come out? Oop. I just tried crouching. Still doesn't work. It's gonna be weird to need to double crouch or double press the button. Double press the crouch button to crouch later. Well, I won't need to do that until whenever crouching gets added. That I still don't remember when it gets added. I forgot what version. All you did was turn off your Wi-Fi? Oh, that's easy. That's always been easy. No, I won't say always. But that's been easier for me, or that is easy for me to do on my computer to guarantee the Wi-Fi's not on, because I run an Ethernet cable. All I have to do is unplug the computer from the switch behind me. And then poof, offline mode. There we go. That's a lot of dirt. That's a lot of dirt. If I really tried, I could start building something around here. That'll help clean up the dirt. Yeah, there's going to be one big L for now until we have the resources to fix it. But of course, we still need to fill this this massive amount of area. I guess I should say this volume. Alright, what do we have? About 15 minutes or so. Is that important? I got pinged on the discontinued features server. I'm gonna not check that because if I mark it as red, I'm gonna forget about it. Moo. There's some chickens down there. I want to clean them up. I thought I got the chickens in this area, but if I've only been taking out the adults, then these are probably the small fries. Oops. These are probably the chickens that were youngins. And now that the chunks have been loaded long enough, they've grown up. Which means they're on the chopping block. Let's not take drowning damage. There's one wool over here, which means I either forgot to pick it up. Just kidding, there was a wool. That's unfortunate. I don't know what I would have used that for. It's you again. Howdy, welcome back to the stream. But that sheep might have taken fall damage. And poof. No more sheep. And when the splashing sounds override the mob sounds. I should have seen how this whole area was yesterday before I cleaned it up. The entire lake, river, ocean thing, all this water was just full of animals. I guess you can kind of imagine it because that corner of the world over there had a massive amount of animals as well. So think of that, but in the water. Alright, boop, boop, ba-doop. All the compulsive terrain smoothing time. Yeah. Maybe a double yeah. I'll need to fill this in with more dirt, but I don't have enough dirt right now. Or can you download Pocket Edition 1.21.23? Is it on the wiki? Check the Minecraft wiki for that version. Minecraft.wiki is the intended URL. Click on Minecraft.wiki, search for 1.21.13. Sorry, 23. And looks like we have more cooked beef. Well, I should say we're about to. Ah, yes, we're still low on coal. We have 10 minutes left of the day. 10 minutes to solve my coal problem. Oh, I put away put away the cooked bacon. Oh yeah, I haven't yet checked out the acacia farm in a while. Let me put here. We'll let this finish cooking up. You know what? Nah, not yet. Let's sort the inventory real fast. And then we'll check on the stuff again. I want this to cook up so that way I can put in the raw chicken. Raw chicken is a not bad food source right now because there's no hunger. That's so weird to me why the fire runs out before this happens, before it's finished cooking. It's not timed correctly. I think it might be a whole phase off. There we go. Okay, now we can head out. I figured it's just a few items. I can let it cook. So now that while we are away, the chicken will cook up as well. So now that the game isn't running between 2 and 5 FPS, we'll check on the acacia trees and see how they're doing. I feel like the leaves aren't decaying, which that's a moment because the leaves used to decay. The leaves were decaying back when I was testing out the creative world. Up, another tree grew. None of the leaves decayed though, so I don't know what their deals are. We have now had all 5 trees grown up, and I've chopped down 3 of them. That middle one I want to keep. There's no logs, right? There's nothing? Nope. Oh, there's still so many sheep over here. Alright, we're gonna try our little tactic again with the sheep one more time. We're gonna try to relocate them. That'll be the last thing we do today. We have 7 minutes to do so. But first, we're gonna clean up this. Are these leaves going to decay? And for whatever reason, the other ones are just bugged. Oh, I left a log up there. I'll take that. Excuse me. Thank you, thank you. Nope, none of these leaves are decaying. And since I need to fix all the grass, we're just gonna put this back. I'll put other dirt there later. Yeah, we're gonna head home. No, sorry, we'll head to the farm. Grab some wheat. I did try breaking those leaves, as you saw when I tried collecting the whatchamacalled. They're not block updating at all. Yeah, I'm not seeing any further decay. Oh well. For all I know, it's an acacia leaf problem. Because I only tested it with regular oak. I've not tested it with the other tree types. Yeah, we'll head to the farm, grab some wheat, and see how far we can get. Yeah, I know the Twitch playlist is messed up again. I realized I missed episode 33. Turns out I didn't highlight and export it, so that was a big oops. But that was after I realized that I already put 34 in there, and I forgot about 32. So I'll be fixing that later. Let's see, I'll grab another 4 wheat. Where is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's not hold it until we get there. Ba-doop. If I remember, no guarantees, but if I remember, I'll get a new thumbnail for next week on here before I start Monday's stream. Now that it's easier to walk around and whatnot. I'll need a different angle, but that will be the final thumbnail for a good long while before I say nighty night to the world before we see it in the morning. Nope. Only gonna use current thumbnail for 3 videos. I have the creative world thumbnail for only 3 videos. I'll decide whether or not the current one is good enough to keep. Alright, sheep. Who's hungry? Creative one is 4. Oops. That means I didn't change it back because I only played on the creative world for 3 days. Maybe I will keep the current one then if I just casually not get rid of the creative thumbnail. That way the playlist will look more balanced. Alright, sheep, we got 3 minutes. I'm not even moving. I'm just letting the sheep move me around. I'm not applying input, I should say. There's so many of them that they all just, hold up, y'all are stuck on the corner. Get back here. I don't want them to be disinterested so quickly. Alright, now we can keep moving. Except I'm sort of in the middle here. Alright, come on, sheep. Forward march. They're slowly getting us to where we need to be. Yes, yes, I hear you. There's so many sheep. Of course, if this was old school Java, early release, the gameplay would be much smoother. Alas, this is not optimal hardware setup, therefore performance is poor. Poor performance, it feels like. Alright, I'm back at again at the terrible puns. Is this what it's like being in a mosh pit? As someone who doesn't go to concerts or events like that, I don't know. I'm trying to go slower than I did earlier to try to keep as many sheep attracted to the wheat as possible. But once we get back to the bridge, I know it'll be another challenge. If there's a fast way to take out all these sheep, though, I will say, that'd probably provide a noticeable performance improvement. Yep, we have 1 minute, says OBS time. So I guess we'll go over a little bit. That's alright. I'd rather take care of this now. That way it doesn't have to sit over the weekend. At least the farther we go, the more sheep we run into, which means the more chances for those sheep to remain interested. Alright, up we go. I know you guys are vertically challenged. I'm sorry, I can't help you with that. Well, as long as the vast majority of you keep following me. Yeah, look, there's a whole bunch stuck right here. I don't want to wander too far. There we go. If I had like a cliff. That probably would have been more effective. Maybe I do have a cliff. You know what? Hold on, sheep. It's not over yet. I have a new plan. I don't know if this is going to work any better than my previous plan. But we're going to try it anyway. Let's wait around just a little bit more. Doo-doo-ba-doo-ba-doop. I only have about half the sheep now. That's alright, I guess. Alright, y'all. Are you ready? Go! Are they really gonna pathfind all the way over there? Oh my gosh, they are. What is this? At least they don't know how to handle the stairs very well. This is so weird. It's like a Congo line of sheep. They're not taking enough damage, though. They're supposed to fall off the cliff, not walk all the way to the safe area. Oh well. This did not turn out well. That's alright, I guess. Let me pick up any sheep remains that are left behind. And whoop. Alright, well, that did not work out any better than the first one. So I think we will indeed call it quits here. Do they get interested instantly? Oh no, there's still a delay. Okay. Well, yep, that's all it for today. We'll be back again Monday. I think next week will be regular. Let's see. Coming back on what, the 16th? Yeah, 16th through whenever. So yeah, let's just go home, then that'll be it. So yeah, say our final farewells now. And then that will be that. And a doink, a double doink. And that's all it for today. Thank you all for watching. Hear the splashes. Bye.